Do, 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 do. That's my pretend intro. So I got this fun little customizer engraver tool thingy for Christmas, and I have been waiting for an excuse to use this thing to try it out. Well, I mean, I guess I didn't need an excuse. I could have just done anything at any point, but, I kind of wanted to work on some sort of project with it, and I've probably not used this thing to its most capabilities and all that jazz, but I mean, I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing in general, but then we add a new tool in, and I know even less of what I'm doing. So I have all the little heads with it, and I proceeded to get the tape stuck on itself, so I had to fix that. That's a sign of a great start right there. But I have all these little heads, and then you just take it out. Boop. Out. And then you put it back, and then you get the tape stuck. Because I am a genius. And then eventually, when you get the tape unstuck, then you take the other head out and it just pops right in. Super easy. And I probably need to charge it by now, but you just turn on the button and it's got like 3 different speeds. Did I read the instruction manual for this? Oh, heck no. I mean, really, who reads those? It was simple enough as is, but I could probably use some project ideas and figuring out how to do different things with it. Oh, also pro tip, I would sand your wood project before you do this. I don't know how much of a difference it would make, because I don't know if it kind of lumps underneath the top layer too, but the top layer looks smooth. Looks smooth enough. Had a couple little lumpy spots, and that kind of did affect it a little bit. Yeah, and the purple down there was me doing like a light practice with this thing to see how my idea would turn out, and well, I should have known then how it would turn out, but I went with it anyway. I mean, I'm not really sure engraving anything on here made that big of a difference, other than my lines are quite janky. And I'm not sure how well that will turn up on camera, but just know they're quite janky. And part of that is the lack of smoothness to the surface. Lesson learned. Potentially, I have a habit of making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. I don't know why I refuse to learn, I just kind of don't learn. And this is just the process of me starting to work out my lines. As usual, I took a sketch, I cut it out of the paper, and I just traced it on top. And I will say, I like the sketch for the most part. I don't think this sketch is entirely bad, but I think it looks a little weird where I cut it off. And I think this one should have been maybe a full body sketch, but this one was like really extra difficult to try and get what was in my head down onto the piece. And so I realize now that I think I had kind of maybe a chest up or shoulder up kind of idea with this. I definitely don't think I meant to have as much of the body showing as I ended up doing. So I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't finish this project either, technically. I got the base colors done in the gesso on, but I didn't actually end up finishing this project just because I did not really like how it turned out. I'm not really for or against it. Like, there's definitely a lot of improvements, but I absolutely love the concept of it and the idea I had for it. And I was just going for kind of a leaning against the wall with a stick of fire, kind of lazy or bored look to him. And I think that would have transferred better had I kept it at least chest up. And I had this idea for like this kind of golden brown lighting throughout. I need to get better at lighting in general anyway, but I was also using a new medium with this. So my mom got me the engraver for Christmas, and my dad got me the watercolor gels for my birthday. In my defense, he asked what I wanted, and I told him a trip to Hobby Lobby. So, I mean, I didn't actually expect him to get me anything, but I picked out a bunch of clearance stuff because they had a bunch of clearance on Hobby Lobby, and boy, oh boy, is that my weakness. And he paid for it, so I mean, thank you, Dad and Mom. And these watercolor gels, they can be used like acrylic, but they can have the look of watercolor. And I guess it gets a little more watercolory when you water it down a bit more, which I surprisingly didn't do because I wanted a nice, like, opaque base layer to work with. And so I didn't actually get around to trying how to shade with these. But, I mean, I guess there's a little bit in the flame, more of a blend than a shade, and I think that looks pretty cool. So I definitely want to try these again. Online, I found them on Amazon for like, what was it, $4 to $8 for 1 2 fluid ounce bottle. And at Hobby Lobby, before clearance, I think they were about $2 a piece, somewhere around there. And then on clearance, I got them for like, I don't know, a little less than $1 each, 60-something cents, whatever it was, 70-something. But long story short, I feel like I really like the idea of this, but it might be one of those kind of hard to come by mediums, which is unfortunate because Hobby Lobby didn't have purple. And I think that might be the only color they didn't have. And these colors are kind of weird to begin with. Like, the red is more of like a red-orange. So to mix it with blue, you're not really getting a purple. You're getting more of a gray. And so I ended up mixing some periwinkle in there because we have periwinkle, like a blue violet. And then I got a purple that I was happy with. But, I mean, that dark color I intended being a bit more purple anyway. But I do like how that color looks, and I do like how it turned out. So I guess it was really a chance for me to learn how to mix different colors again. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, and then there's a lot of these blue greens, like some different seafoam greens. There's like 2-3 of them or whatever. It's just, I don't know, it feels like a very weird color selection to me. They do have white, black, and brown, which is nice. Just to have like some neutrals in there. But yeah, I don't know. I do like the medium, and I do want to use it again. And maybe actually finish that next project. I might finish this one, but I was also kind of running out of time because my dad's birthday is coming up, and I really would like to do his present on the next video because I put it off too long. And all I will say is that something is making a return. Oh yeah, this is another mistake I made. Always start with the background first. That way you don't have to worry about coloring over your main focus when you're blending the background. But I was a complete and total idiot with this project. Also, these things kind of come out of the bottle very weird. It's like they're chunky, but not. I don't know how to describe that better, but yeah, they're very weird. And I, I don't know what else to say about that. Oh yeah, this is the flame part. Because my circus boy, well, he does like the contortion and acrobat tricks too, because I like gymnastics and I like those tricks. But he also does fire breathing, so he does a couple different things in this circus. But he has been my obsession character lately, so yeah, that's what I'm going with. And yeah, this is kind of just how far I got. If I do finish it, I'm not sure if I will do a video on it, but I will post the finished product in my Discord down below. Oop, yep, and there's me dropping it. I'm a klutz. I am not good with the gravity. Or don't like me. Anyway, hope to see you guys next week for the next video. Until then, bye-bye!